Welcome back. A shocking new study now revealing that the number of expecting mothers who smoke marijuana during pregnancy is on the rise. So how is this impacting our future generation? Here now to break it down from the Fox News Medical A-Team is Dr. Marc Siegel. Thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Hi, Heather. How are you?
I'm doing great. So tell us about this study. I mean, more pregnant women are using pot. Why?
Well, 275,000 people were studied that have Kaiser Permanente insurance in California, and 7% of them, up from 4%, Heather, since 2009 to 2016. 7% of women in this group of 275,000 people are smoking pot while pregnant. This is especially a problem because in about a few days, California is going to legalize recreational marijuana use, and you're going to be able to legally use marijuana during pregnancy.
Yeah.
And women out there in California don't necessarily realize how dangerous this is.
And before we get to the dangers, we can show people that you can break those numbers down even further. And when it involves pregnant teens younger than 18, the usage actually climbed to 21.8%. And then you have women age 18 to 24. That rose to 19%. Now, tell us about some of the possible effects, and we can put those up as you're speaking about them, on the baby.
You know, that's a great point that you made, that younger women are even more at risk here, that are using it far more often while pregnant, obviously not informed in this. The risks are really, really huge. First of all, though they haven't proven actual birth defects, what they have shown, smaller sized head of infants, more preterm labor, in other words, women going into labor earlier on, underweight infants being born, and the huge one, the big ticket item here, is developmental delay, hyperactivity in 10-year-olds. There was a study out of Canada that showed that 10-year-olds are much more likely to have problems focusing, problems with memory, risk of ADHD, of attention deficit disorder. This is a real problem in terms of behavior, in terms of cognition, thinking, and long-term development. It is a major, major problem. Now, we're not talking about marijuana use here. In adults, we're talking about the effect you're having on your unborn child by smoking it while pregnant.
Yeah, so they're trying to do this to ease the morning sickness. There are other options available for pregnant women, right?
Well, look, morning sickness is not easy. Anxiety while pregnant is not easy. But the number one rule while pregnant, I tell all my patients, is don't take anything. Less is more. I mean, I'm not going to come on and authorize certain morning sickness treatments. You know, it's actually something that's very hard to treat.
Yeah.
But to use something that directly harms your infant, I'm not for that. I mean, staying well hydrated helps. There's certain anti-nausea medicines you can take. You can take Tums, you can take Mylanta, but you really, really have to be careful. You know, you do not want to use this.
Yeah, I was going to say there's got to be an option better than marijuana, and you have to take into account you're not just dealing with yourself, you're dealing with another life at the same time. So take that into account.
I think it's Heather, I think it's lack of information. I'm not saying that women out there, they don't know. We need to tell them. You know, if they know they're not going to do this, nobody is trying to carry a child to term and then suddenly find out later that they're developmentally delayed or they have problems in school as a result of behavior.
Yeah.
So we're doing a public service today. You know, stick with the Mylanta and the Tums. Stay away from this.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Siegel. Great information, needed information this morning. We appreciate it. Have a great day.
Thank you, Heather.
Down there in Miami.